this a move on its face that maybe could hinder the Mariners in the future in terms of getting either buy-in from players or trying to make trades for players where they still don't have, the front office at least, has the trust of the players that they are doing what's in the best interest of the team to win?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look, if you're a free agent and you basically have similar offers between let's say the Mariners and the Royals,
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, I don't think he's the best GM in the world. Dayton Moore has shown he's pretty much going to try to do what will help the Royals win, even if it kind of mortgages the future, or even if a lot of people who are into advanced metrics think, again, I bring up the 2014 Royals. At the time when they became buyers in the middle of July, I know for a fact there was an article on Fangraphs, Dave Cameron, who basically said it was stupid of them to be buyers because they basically were going to end up in the wild card game, and it's a 50-50 chance to be knocked out in one game, so they shouldn't be buyers, they should be sellers. Well, they ended up in the World Series. So as a player, I would much rather be on the team where the guy's going to say, if you're close, I'm going to give you a chance and try to buy, than if we're close, I'm going to maybe sell and then kind of cut you off at the knees. I would much rather play for the Royals than the Mariners.
I'm with you 100%. And I will say this, Matt, one of my frustrations in terms of like the analytical movement in baseball is that it's become so ruthless where you kind of take like the players out of it and it's just a strictly numbers game. Is this kind of seeing now, and you actually now see or at least hear and you read about the Mariners players' reactions, could this give other teams pause? All right, maybe, instead of just relying strictly on the numbers here, if you're a team, maybe we should take the emotional aspect of it. Maybe we should make a trade or two, even if it could hinder or maybe could backfire in the future, because you know what? We got to at least show that we're bought in here and we care about the team. We want to win instead of, to your point, when it's, a lot of analytically driven front offices, it's more just a strictly numbers game, strictly, take the players and the emotions out of it. Could you see the emotions maybe coming back in when it comes to decision making, either at the trade deadline, for agency going forward?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, there's a balance to be had. I absolutely think there's a lot to be said for uh, treating the players. If you're a front office guy, trying to take emotions out of it and treating the players like chess pieces when you're thinking about how to best construct a team. But also, you have to relate to the players and you have to make them feel comfortable, especially if you're talking about free agency with, hey, your family, you're going to want to move here. You're going to want to fit right in with the rest of the players. You're going to want to be friends with everybody. I mean, there's a balance to be had. So yeah, I think that the best front offices are the ones that can kind of combine those things.
I'm with you there. We're talking to Matt Snyder, CBS Sports MLB writer at Matt Snyder CBS on Twitter. The biggest name, Matt, at least pitcher-wise on the market, is Max Scherzer. It's come out that he reportedly, or at least prefer to go to a West Coast team. You have the Giants, the Dodgers, the Padres, all three of those teams hotly on his tail. Whoever does acquire him, right, one of the three, if any of them do acquire Max Scherzer, are they, in your mind, the favorites to reach the World Series at the NL?
Yeah, yeah, I think that would do it. I maybe less so on the Padres because
Okay.
I do feel like they're a step behind the Giants and the Dodgers right now. But yeah, gosh, even on the Padres, if you have Scherzer and Darvish as a 1-2 with Musgrove as your 3, Blake Snell looks like he's trying to kind of get it figured out right
Mm-hmm.
now as your 4. Yeah, that's going to be a big move. Whoever gets him, and I do think he's going to go. I'm going to predict the Giants, and
Oh.
it's a not much more than a gut feeling at this point because it just feels like so much has gone right for the Giants this
Mm-hmm.
year in terms of player acquisitions and plugging guys in and having them perform well. It just seems like Farhan Zaidi, like this is his year. And here's the thing, I don't want to say everything's gone right for them because they've had a lot of injuries, and Buster Posey left the game last night. But in terms of, like I said, the guys that they've added, almost every single move has been right. So it just feels like he's got another one up his sleeve here. So kind of a gut feeling. I'm going with the Giants on Scherzer.